Hi, I'm David. Welcome to Piano Walker. Today we are learning Mary Had a Little Lamb. Just a disclaimer, I am not a professional piano player. I am an adult who is learning piano so that one day I could teach my daughters how to play. Okay, so Mary Had a Little Lamb. I created this document basically as a helper for myself and for anybody who wants to have it. So if you do want a copy of that PDF, just let me know and I will forward it on to you. Or you could just take a screenshot. Okay, so Mary Had a Little Lamb. What we need to do first, find middle C. So luckily for me, I have these little pieces of tape that show me where C is. But you can find it on your own piano or keyboard by finding any of these sections here with the two black keys, and the one right to the left of that black key is a C. Look for one towards the middle of your piano. So for me, it's either this one or this one. Either one will do. I play this song on both. So yeah, so you find C, and that's where you put your thumb. Anytime anybody's learning piano, you have to learn, first of all, to recognize where C is, middle C, and get your thumb over it. Okay, so now that you have your thumb on C and your other four fingers on the next four letters, C, D, E, F, and G, this is a perfect song to learn first, as the entire song can be played with just four out of these five fingers. So as you'll see on my PDF there, that it uses C, D, E, and G. So I have it labeled out here how I like to play it. There is a few different renditions or versions of it out there, but this is the one that I like. I've changed it up a few times, but this one I do really enjoy playing, and it's easy to remember and easy to play. Okay, so now that your hand is in the right area, on the right keys, let's get started playing it. So I'll play it once, saying out loud the letters. I like to stick with the letters. Some people prefer the numbers, so I have both on the PDF there, but I prefer letters, as probably because my keyboard has the letters labeled on it already. So I don't need to put new labels for numbers each time I want to play something. And I'm still just getting used to knowing where all the letters are. But eventually, you will be able to tell instantly where you are on the keyboard just by feeling around and knowing these are two black keys, so this one's a C. And then once you're comfortable finding C everywhere, then the other one that's easy to find is F, because it's just next to the three black keys. Okay, so C, you found C. So let's go through Mary Had a Little Lamb one time. So it goes E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, G, G. And then you repeat the first two lines again. E, D, C, D, E, E, E. And then E, D, D, E, D, C. And then it just repeats like that. So now I'm going to try it without saying it so that you can just listen and hear it, what you're looking for. I'm quite impressed because a week ago I couldn't do that. And now I can do it pretty much without my PDF document, which is pretty cool. So if you want to try that, go ahead. If you mess up, just keep playing around and try to come back into it. Um, oh, also on this PDF, I do have some tips that go along with it. So basically, goes into my hold your five fingers over the five keys with your thumb over middle C. Start very slow and then speed up over time. And then also, once comfortable, bring in the left hand an octave below. So where this is the C we're using, the next C up is the octave below. So every time you skip from one letter to the same letter, that's a change in one octave. Oh. Okay, so what this is bring in the left hand an octave below, striking only the initial note of each line. You can do this with a lot of songs, nursery songs, any kind of songs, just to get you a little bit comfortable playing with the two hands at once, because it is quite a different type of challenge. And then, like I said, when you mess up, just play around however you like and try and smoothly come back into it. This is something I do a lot so that you don't just mess up once and get frustrated and want to throw your piano out the window. Instead, just freestyle a little bit. Just play around, hit some keys, get comfortable, and then when the time is right, come in. You'll feel it. Okay. So let's try this again, but this time I will play one octave up. I'm going to do it once without the octave and then once with some added octave support. I think that's the best I've done it yet. So I hope this helped you. If it did, please consider liking and subscribing and following along for more of my learning journey. And maybe we can learn piano together.